right, so we are live. All right, everyone, welcome to Krypton Calls, and today we have on the guys from Burn Swap. What's up, guys?
What's going on, Sean? Thanks for having us, man.
Thanks for
Oh, no
having us,
problem.
Sean.
Yep, thanks for being here. But like I said, there's tons to get into, so we'll go ahead and jump right into it. So why don't you guys go ahead and give us your background? And I know you guys have done previous stuff in the past. And it's something I'd like to do, maybe if you have a story about how you got into DeFi, go ahead and tell us that.
Okay, awesome. My name is Matt. I'm one of the co-founders of Burn Swap. Um, Here with my buddy Eric. We actually have been working together for some time now. We've known each other for a little while now. We know each other personally in real life. I guess I'll tell you a little bit how I got into DeFi, and maybe Eric can tell you about his experience, and then we can share a little story how we joined forces together. Um, but I've been in DeFi for, man, time is flying by. Um, it's getting close to, I think 3 years now around, the pandemic time. I'm a entrepreneur. So I'm always have ideas and different opportunities that I'm looking for. And when the pandemic hit at the time, I was actually doing some personal training. So, the gyms closed down, a lot of stuff shut down during the pandemic. And I had to look for some alternative ways to bring in some income. And of course, love passive income, of course. So, if I could find a way to make my money work for itself, I was looking for unique ways to do that. And I actually came across, cryptocurrency, a couple of different projects, and it clicked for me, really quickly. Um, I was able to, download my wallet, get some crypto, buy some funds, and make an investment. And I had a few people, a few friends and stuff that were, reaching out to me, wanting to get started as well. Because if I see something doing well, I like to kind of talk about it and share about it. And had a lot of people, asking me, and I quickly realized that, what I felt like was coming to me fairly easy was a little bit more difficult for other people. So I found myself in like a helping role, being able to help people get started, showing them how to download their wallets, the seed phrases and things like that. Some things that, I guess maybe more of a seasoned investor might take for granted, but for the average person might be a little bit more difficult. So that came easy to me. And I was really excited about it, excited about the opportunity. And then, of course, being in DeFi, I'm sure a lot of people have their ups and downs, have, fell victim to some, maybe some people who had bad intentions, the rug pulls and things of that nature. So, I made some money really quickly and lost some money just as fast. And, but, that didn't deter me. That kind of just, I use it as a learning lesson and just step by step, as time went on, got a little bit more aware of what to look for, and then developed a passion to have, create something of my own. So that's a little bit about how I got into DeFi. Eric, maybe you can share a little bit your story.
Yeah, so Matt and I used to own a gym, and that's how we met like a couple of years ago. And it's funny because we were hanging out yesterday. We were barbecuing, and then we were talking. Man, it's been a couple of years already since we became friends.
And Eric says a
Um,
couple, but it's been like four 4 or 5 years.
Time
Time
flies
goes
by.
by. Yeah.
There. So you know, I'm personally I've been an investor and entrepreneur for many years already, and anytime I enjoy something, I like to create stuff and just come up with new concepts how we can make the space better. So when I got into DeFi, it was probably around the same time with what about 2020, right?
Yeah.
Somewhere around there. And of course, you take your losses and you take some wins. Hopefully you take a little more wins than losses, but those losses actually teach you stuff. Emotions are big into the DeFi space where like FOMO kicks in and it's just different feelings. So by ex- by experiencing those different type of feelings actually makes you a better investor, and especially in this type of space, because you live and learn. So but I mean, like, I don't want to bore you guys with like too much, but that's technically how I got into DeFi, and we got so Matt and I got together, since we both have the passion, and then like we both have like different type of unique skill sets that we put together, and that's how we started creating the projects.
Yeah. And so we actually we did have our first project that we launched last year in 2022. It's called the Bandit Project. It's an ROI project. Has some really unique features. It has a lot of potential for growth. We got a lot of experience with that project, and we got a lot of, I guess we got a good reputation from our community and the project for being trustworthy and, not rugging on the community. So that's a project of ours that is still running. And what we wanted to do here with BurnSwap was create a project with utility that could, benefit not only our community, but other cryptos, other tokens, other coins, and their communities as well. So that's how we came on this new project that we're going to be sharing with you guys called BurnSwap.
Nice. So I don't even think I asked you guys this yet. Did you guys develop this yourself, or do you have a dev?
Yeah, so myself and Eric, we're kind of like the masterminds behind everything. We work together to come up with the concepts, the mechanics, but we don't actually physically code the contract. We do have a developer that we've worked with. He goes by Fear Codes. He's really great. He worked on all of our projects thus far, the Bandit project that I just mentioned, and BurnSwap. So Fear's been with us. We've been working together for a little over a year now with him as well.
Yep. That's the same exact thing with me. I mean, I'm an idea guy. I build businesses, and I don't actually code. Paul, Mike, none of our core team actually code. We actually have a guy, Matt, from our Rebel Traders. He does all of our stuff. So yeah, nothing wrong with that. But for those of you that don't know, this thing is it's a whole platform. It's not just a token. I did do a review on YouTube going over it, but it's a lot to comprehend. So even after this and these guys explaining it, definitely go do your own research and read up on the white paper. But I know I wanted to ask a couple of questions that stood out at me when I was reading the white paper. So on the platform itself, it says you guys seamlessly swap between cryptos. Can you elaborate that? Is it someone that has to be on the platform? Is it any cryptos? I'm just curious how that works.
Yeah, so at our core, what we are is a layer 2 solution. We're a layer 2 DEX, and basically what that means, if you're not familiar, is we're building on top of protocols that are already in existence that kind of have a level of security that people have trusted and been around for a while. So we're going to be a cross chain on top of popular exchanges like PancakeSwap and Uniswap. So I know a lot of people are already familiar with those. And what we're doing is we're adding a small transaction fee on top of these exchanges. And whenever you swap a token, so whatever tokens or coins are available on Uniswap or PancakeSwap, we'll have access to those coins. And so if you were to swap, maybe I know one of the tokens that you guys came out with, Sean, was a Jackpot Doge, right? Maybe if you're swapping Jackpot Doge for USDC or USDC for Jackpot Doge, either way, there's going to be a small transaction fee, about 0.5% fee. And a portion of that is going to go towards, it's going to be split in 3 ways. A portion is going to burn the USDC, a portion is going to burn the Jackpot Doge, and then a portion is going to burn our native token, Burns. All right. So what that does, it makes any token deflationary. And then, of course, what that means is it's making the token more scarce. So over time, if the community adopts using the swap and they're burning tokens, they're getting excited about reducing the supply of tokens, that can have a positive impact on the price over time.
Gotcha. Okay, so that makes sense to me now, because I was wondering how you guys burn other people's tokens. So that makes sense.
Yep, and like I said, since we're on PancakeSwap and Uniswap, we're just kind of on top of those, so we have access to a lot of different cryptos, tokens, coins. So it's really unique. It allows us to access their liquidity pools without necessarily holding that liquidity. So our security is just as secure as you would say Pancake Swap or Uniswap is.
Gotcha. Very nice. Yep. You always want to burn your tokens, so it's such a small fee. If you guys are in your ecosystem, it kind of makes sense to use that. And burn a little bit of your favorite tokens as you're making transactions. But
Exactly.
let's touch on the Burns token itself and kind of because it kind of already has its utility inside of you guys' ecosystem. If you want to kind of break down how the Burns token is going to function and what you're going to use it for, it's not just a store value token. You aren't just saying buy me and hold, see what happens. It actually has utility inside your guys' ecosystem.
Yes, for sure. So on our white paper, we kind of mentioned that we call the Burns token the DeFi Swiss Army knife because it has so many different utilities behind it. So just the token in general, it is going to have a starting supply of 300 billion tokens with a max supply of 1 trillion. There is going to be a Burns feature on every transaction. There's a 0.25% tax on every transaction. So very small tax, but over time this just goes straight towards burning the token. So one, we're finding unique ways to burn the token, so to increase or decrease our circulating supply of that token, the Burns token. And a couple ways that we're going to be doing that is through the swap, which we just briefly talked about. We also have a bridge, which is something that we're excited about and our community is excited about. So we're going to be using it as a bridge currency where you can go through other EVM compatible chains. We're going to be starting off with Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain. So you'll be able to use that as a bridge. I know myself sometimes, like if I see a project that I might want to get into, I might not want to go through all the hassle of finding a bridge and having to buy more tokens for coins for gas and things of that nature. So we wanted to create a solution that'll be easy for people to be able to get onto different networks and trade their favorite currencies on different blockchains with our bridge. So that's going to be really unique as well. The bridge is also going to have a unique slider function. So I just mentioned gas because a lot of times you get onto a new chain, you might have some stable coins, but you don't have any in Ethereum for gas fees. So we're going to have a unique slider function on our bridge where you can decide the percentage amount of Burns token that you want to sell for gas. So when you do make the transaction, you have some gas fees already there for you to be able to interact with whatever protocols that you want. So that's really neat as well. And then we're also going to be using it as a rewards token. We have a staking protocol that you'll be able to stake and burn your tokens, and then in an incentive in return, you'll get rewards in our Burns token. So it's going to be a reward token as well. And then lastly, we'll use it as a governance feature. So as the team is looking to expand and grow our ecosystem, we can include our community and ask, for instance, like I said, we'll start with Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain, but maybe we're looking to expand to a new chain. I know Arbitrum is popular, Polygon, AVAX. So we can maybe hold a community vote and use the Burns token as a governance token for people to have their input and help us decide what would be the best step moving forward. So that's another cool feature that we'll be using the Burns token for. So a lot of different utilities that we have in line for it.
Yep. There's tons of good blockchains coming out that you guys can bridge over to. But do you guys want to touch on the tokenomics a little bit? What the buy is, what the sell is, where everything is going?
Yeah, for sure. And maybe I can share my screen a little bit to give everybody a visual. And that might be helpful.
Yep.
All right. Can we see it?
Yep, we can see it.
Okay, awesome. Let me go ahead and expand it here. Eric, message me if I cut out. Funny story. On our previous project, we were doing a lot of AMAs, and I was giving a presentation on the project, and man, I was spilling my heart out, man. I was giving my best presentation, and then I finished up, and then I looked, and Telegram had booted me. So I was speaking to myself for like half an hour.
Yeah, nothing worse than that. Like, I nailed it. I didn't realize I couldn't even hear you.
Yeah, that was pretty funny, man. But learning experience. So hopefully everything is smooth here. But yeah, we're here at our homepage. This is BurnSwap Finance. You can see here that our NFT limited edition seed round raise is live. It just went live about an hour ago, right before this AMA. We have a nice video from Matt Bills. He's a YouTuber who did a great overview of our project. You can check it out as well. But let's talk about the tokenomics. I know you asked about it. So we did mention that there's a 0.25% tax on every Burns trade. So if you're swapping or sending it to someone or using it to bridge, there's going to be a small transaction fee of 0.25%. So very small. For most people, won't even be noticeable. I did mention that Burns has a max total supply of 1 trillion tokens. But we're going to be starting out with 300 billion tokens. So that does mean that there is going to be a mint feature, but the tokens will get maxed out at the 1 trillion tokens. So of that 300 billion, 40% of the tokens are going to be allocated towards our exchanges. So providing liquidity on like PancakeSwap and Uniswap for it to be able to be exchanged. 50% of the tokens are going to be allocated towards our staking pool. So I mentioned that we do have a unique staking feature. So half of our supply is going to be sent to that staking pool, encouraging people to stake to be able to get those tokens. And then we're going to have 10% of the tokens allocated for marketing and development. So really simple. Those are the tokenomics for the token, for the Burns token.
Yep, and you kind of hit on the supply, which I was going to ask for next. So you had mentioned, I was going to bring this up, the minting of tokens. Not everyone, a lot of people get nervous when they hear that new tokens can be minted and stuff like that. If you kind of want to explain the reasoning behind that and how exactly you're going to be doing it, will it max out? I believe, which I think you just said it will, but if you want to break it down for us.
Yeah, so it's again, it'll max out at 1 trillion tokens, and we've kind of got some feedback from the community and people that we get ideas and stuff from as well, mentioning the same thing. Just a little bit of concern when you minting tokens, right? That obviously makes the token more inflationary, right? So what what we're doing is we're taking half of our supply, we're putting it in the staking rewards pool. And so what we're saying is, hey, if you want these rewards, then you have to burn your tokens and stake them, taking them out of circulation to be able to get them. So once this rewards pool is depleted, a couple of things would have had to happen. So a lot of people would have adopted the staking protocol, and they were sacrificed their tokens to get the rewards on the back end. And then, hopefully, if the rewards pool is depleted, that means 50% of our token supply, 50% of that 300 billion is now out of circulation. So once that rewards pool is depleted, then we have a mint function to continue to pay the staking rewards for the people who are staking. But the caveat to that is that people have to continue to stake. So if people aren't staking and people are not sacrificing and burning their tokens, then the mint function won't be minting any new tokens.
All right, yep, sounds good. Since you do have your screen pulled up, do you mind going over, I guess, like the swap? You guys have charting tools, which is really convenient to be able to do that all in one place. Even the bridge, kind of go over everything with us and break.
Yeah, for sure. So the first thing you see here says the all-in-one dashboard, the swap tokens, bridge tokens. We also wanted to just make this a place where people come to and we can kind of keep their attention. As a DeFi investor, as you're getting into different projects, you're using charting tools. You want to see the how the price is doing on one token, or you want to check and see how your investments is doing in another protocol. So what we're doing is once the project goes live, we'll have charting tools. We're going to be having uh, like a list of sorts where you can see upcoming projects that you might be in, where you'll be able to manage your wallet in those different projects. So it'll be a place where you can, get exposure to other projects, but also be able to, see your position in the projects that you're in currently. So that's something really unique. Just another utility that we wanted to offer to people, even if people aren't staking, or they might use the swap, or they might use the bridge, or they might like our charting tools. So we wanted to make that a emphasis, a focus on just providing utility first. And then the other things kind of come later, the staking and making high yields and stuff like that. So that's really unique. As we continue to grow as well, we want to come out with other tools that we feel like would be helpful to the community. One thing that's on the top of our roadmap is a swap widget, which we'll be able to actually approach other projects. We can say, hey, we have this widget. You can embed it on your platform and encourage your community to burn the tokens, and then their community can stay on their platform and be able to burn their tokens, and then Burn's token in return get some benefit from that. We also have plans. We want to come out with like a revoke permissions tool. Just yesterday, right, Eric? It was a big hack with what was it?
Sushi.
What was it?
Sushi.
Sushi. Yeah. Yeah. So that's something that happens in the space. Sometimes you might interact with the bad dApp, or you just want to be precautious and keep your wallet clean. So you have where you can go and revoke those permissions, so these contracts don't have access to your wallet. And we noticed that can be tedious sometimes, especially for somebody who gets into a lot of different contracts. So if we could come up with a tool that allows people to revoke permissions in bulk, we think that's something that'll be useful for the community. So these are the type of things that we are looking to build and expand and provide utility to the community. So that's the all-in-one dashboard concept that we're coming out with. I did mention the swap, the Burns token, the bridge. The bridge is going to be really unique again. It's only going to have a 0.1% bridge fee. What you'll need to do is it'll be burns in and burns out. So it'll be we'll have burns on BSC and burns on Ethereum that you'll be able to essentially swap in and out for. And then I mentioned that there's going to be a slider function tool where you could decide the percentage of burns that you want to sell on the next chain so that you have gas. So the burns fee is going to be, or the burns bridge is going to be really unique in that way, because not only can you easily get over to another chain, but you can have some gas fees when you do so. And then I know a lot of people probably on this call, they want to know they want to know how they can get some juicy high yields. I don't know if I have any degens on the AMA. You guys have some degens in the Krypton community, Sean?
Oh, no doubt. DJs everywhere.
Oh yeah, so this is what the degens want. They want to earn some high yields. So we're giving it to them. We're going to give you a chance to earn up to 1,096% APR, which equates to roughly about 3% a day. And we're doing it in a unique way, which I don't think has been done before. We're doing a fixed APR. So you have these stakes, and we leaned on different models. And made our own. So some people might be familiar with like a ladder staking model, maybe like similar to like a hex. So we had some ideas from it, but essentially what you'll be able to do is you'll be able to take your BNB or your ETH. You can stake it. 80% of any BNB or ETH that is staked, we're going to be taking it. We're going to be buying the Burns token and then sending it straight to the burn address. the remaining 20% of any BNB or Ethereum that is staked, we're going to be sending to our project's growth fund wallet, which will allow us to do future development. And again, get the community's input, how we can maybe create external revenue, things of that nature. So that's really unique as well. And then, of course, the Burns token, any Burns that is staked in the protocol will 100% will be sent to the burn address. All right. So from there, when you're staking, you have an option to stake from a duration of a minimum of 7 days up to 500 days. And depending on how long that you stake, you're going to get a fixed APR based on the circulating supply that is staked. So the circulating supply, what that is going to be the amount of tokens on the DEX, as well as the amount of tokens in people's wallets. And based on that percentage of tokens that is staked, you'll get a fixed APR on your stake. So that's something that we like to maybe try to clarify for people, because as you stake, depending on, one stake might have a different APR than the next. So it might be a little bit more risky, but if you're getting in early, if you're within that first 1%, we have a chart here that you can kind of see what the APRs are. So up to 1% of the stake circulating supply, you'll get that highest APR of 1,096%. So what we're doing is encouraging people to try to get in and stake early to get the highest APR, and you could do that for up to 500 days. So it's hard to predict what will happen in that 500 days. The price could go down, the price could go up, but you'll be making 3% a day, 1,096% APR for 500 days on whatever you stake. So he gives you people the flexibility to make higher risk and potentially earn more rewards, or somebody can maybe stake for 30 days and see where it goes from there. So let's say, for instance, you do decide to stake for 30 days, you get that 1,096% for that particular stake. And then after the 30 days, you get your rewards, and then you want to restake again. But now a lot more people in that time frame maybe have staked. So now maybe 5% of the stake circulating supply is staked in the system, and now you'll get 365% on your APR for that particular stake. So this is something that we put in place where we're encouraging people to get in early, but as more people adopt the staking protocol, the APRs do come down, which make the system more sustainable, right? So obviously, the 1,096% is something that's juicy, but over time, that's not something that is sustainable. So those do come down as 14% and up of the circulating supply is staked. The lowest APR is 18.25%, which still, in the crypto space is a lot better than like your traditional markets. So if people are adopting this and a lot of people are staking, a lot of tokens are being burnt. Hopefully the price action reflects that, and then you're still able to make some really nice yields on your investment. So that's really neat as well. Did I miss anything about that, Eric?
Just to touch on it, like if the APR does come down, let's say less people start, like more people are unstaking, less people are staking, then the APR will come back up. So like just because it comes down, it's not going to always stay down. So it can go back up. And if you see it go back up, then you can go ahead and stake at a higher APR before it comes back down as more people start staking again. And then you can also do ladder staking. It's not like you have to do just one stake. If you can have 5 different stakes, you can have 10 different stakes ending at different times. So you can have a 30-day one, a 100-day one, 15-day stake. So, technically like you can use any system that you feel that will work for you when you do the staking.
Yeah, so it's going to be really unique. People can kind of form their own strategies and be able to stake as many times as they want to. Eventually, like I know a lot of people that they might stake maybe 100 days, and then after that 100 days, each day they have a stake that might be ending. So each day they're taking a little bit of profit and restaking, and generating some high yields and some passive returns that way.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, good breakdown. Because when we originally were gonna do this, we were just gonna do a call. But after reading your guys' white paper, I even needed a breakdown, like on a voice, to actually fully comprehend everything you guys had going on. But do you guys want to break down the referral program? I know I saw you guys have a referral program.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that. I almost forgot about that. Uh, so it says share and earn. Of course, Burn Swap's referral program is fire. All right. So just about any business nowadays has some type of affiliate program or referral program, especially like with social media. You see a lot of people say, hey, click my link, or hey, I just bought this Amazon product. So it's no different here. What we're looking to do is provide a referral program to help spread the awareness. So if you're someone who like myself and like to talk about things that you're into, or maybe you like creating content, then this is something that's for you, that you could potentially earn some additional yield. So for every burns, or I should say for every for every burns tokens that are staked using your referral link, you're going to get 3% of what is staked. All right. I guess one thing that we should mention that I didn't mention with the staking protocol, which will make sense for this referral program, there is a entry and exit fee. So there's a 5% fee to deposit into the staking protocol. So if you have 100 burns token that you're stake, you're going to get credit for 95 tokens. There's also a 5% claim fee. So that's something to note, especially as people are starting to strategize. Depending on how much you're looking to deposit, it may make sense, instead of maybe going a minimum of 7 days, it might make sense to go 15 days, just so that you can recoup the small deposit fee. So that's something to consider when you're strategizing on your staking. But how that plays into the referral, again, if somebody were to stake 100 tokens and they get 95 tokens into their staking DApp, then you're going to get 3% on that 95 on those 95 tokens. So that can be really lucrative for people. That's going to go straight to a referral wallet, that 3%, which you can take those tokens and you could sell them and burn them, or you could stake them and earn additional yield on your staking token. So that's really unique. I think is a cool way to incentivize people just to spread the word once this thing goes live. Hopefully a lot more people are creating more content, getting people to support them in their community, and by using their referral link. And then in turn, that's going to be making the token more deflationary, a lot more tokens coming out the rewards pool, more people staking, more tokens being burnt.
Yep, nice. Yeah, anytime you incentivize people, give them a vested interest in something, they're always going to spread that word more. So that's a good idea to have that referral program going.
Yeah.
But have to ask the question, everyone wants to know when marketing. So I know you guys are just starting, but are you guys kind of waiting to kind of see how the seed rounds play out? Are you already kind of devising a good marketing plan, or where are you staying with that?
So in my opinion, I think we've been doing a great job so far with a lot of marketing. We got, if you search us on YouTube, we have tons of coverage from some popular influencers. We did another solid AMA with Scott the Investor. He's pretty popular in our DeFi community. So we have a lot of YouTube coverage there. We're going to be doubling down on that. Just expanding the awareness on YouTube. That seems to be doing really well for us. We've actually acquired a couple of DeFi protocols as well. So that's really neat. Quantic Finance is one that we acquired, and we're taking their community and giving their investors a new opportunity to make some yield. Splassive is another one that we just acquired over this weekend. They have a strong community, and basically what we're doing, these are projects that have been around for a little while, but over time, whether it be the markets or just the sentiment, there wasn't a lot of positive like price action in those tokens. So what we did was we approached the developers and the owners of these projects, and we said, hey, we have this new opportunity coming up. We would like to do a merger, and take on your community and give them a new opportunity to be able to get into a project that has a little bit more upside. And we come to agreement on that, and so we've inherited a couple of communities that way. That has really spread the awareness. And we also have been doing a lot of contests and giveaways. So we just did we did a BUSD giveaway for a Gleam contest. We gave away 500 BUSD, and then right before this AMA here, we had a drip giveaway, another Gleam contest that just ended. We're giving away 1,000 drip tokens to the community. If anybody's familiar with the drip network, that's a popular DeFi project a lot of people are in. So we gave away 1,000 drip tokens, and then shortly after this AMA today, we'll start another Gleam contest. We'll be giving away some of our NFTs now that our NFT seed round raise is live. So we've been doing a lot of marketing. We've been spreading the word. The word's starting to get out there. And then, of course, the seed round raise is going to help us double down on that, so we can really blow the public pre-sale out the water.
Awesome. A couple things. I've gotten a few DMs. There's a lot of confusion between, people are asking the contract address, is it whitelisted? What's going on with the pre-sale? So you guys have decided to do an NFT, a seed round. So the pre-sale has not started yet, just so everyone knows. But if you just kind of want to explain why you're doing it that way, what do you get when you buy the NFTs? Because you don't get tokens right now. You just get the NFTs. The pre-sale will come later. But if you want to break that down.
Yeah, for sure. So the NFT you see here that we had a countdown, it's live. So I'm gonna go ahead and click here. If you're coming from our website, you can click here to mint. And this is going to take you to this page here with Sidekick Finance. And Sidekick Finance is a really cool platform that we came across when we were starting to wanting to spread the word. We came across these guys, and what they've created is a crowdfunding platform, similar to like a Kickstarter or a GoFundMe, but this is for crypto using NFTs. So they have this program called Jumpstart. And what we're able to do is we're able to raise capital, spreading awareness about our project, about BurnSwap, and the people who are interested in being like a founding member or supporting us from the very beginning can do so by getting an NFT. So what this allows us to do is a unique way to raise capital without necessarily having to promise people a lot of tokens. So what we're doing is using NFTs as perks, right? So we have this seed round raise, which just went live today, maybe just an hour right before this call. So it's still early for us here in the States. So I'm sure as more people are starting to wake up, this thing will start to fill in a little bit more. We already have 20 wallets that have decided to invest with us. So we raised 2,600 BUSD. So far, each NFT is going to be 100 BUSD. We have a soft cap goal of 15,000 BUSD. So if this 15,000 BUSD goal is hit, the soft cap, then the campaign will be funded. For whatever reason, if the 15,000 BUSD isn't hit, then whoever invests in the seed round raise will get refunded. All right. So we do have a collection of 1,000 NFTs that we're going to be selling for 100 BUSD each. And if we are to sell out the full collection, we'll raise $100,000. And that is going to allow us to do some pretty cool things with these NFTs. All right. So I'm sure people are wondering, like, what are the perks that I get with this NFT? So the first perk that you'll be able to get, we talked about the staking protocol and how you'll be able to earn, some pretty nice yields. We'll get in an NFT, will give you an extra booster, a one-time stake booster towards your stake. So you get an extra 182.5% stake booster, which equates to about an extra 0.5% a day. That you'll be able to apply towards a stake. So let's say you have a stake that you want to go in for 30 days. and you got in early, so you qualified for that 1,096% APR, which is 3% a day, and then you apply a stake booster on top of that, so you'll be getting 3.5% a day on your stake for that 30 days. So that's really unique as well with the stake booster. It is a one-time deal. So once you apply that stake booster towards a stake, then you'll be giving up ownership and essentially burning that NFT. So it might make sense for people to get a couple NFTs just to apply towards multiple stakes if they like. So that's one perk that you'll be getting by purchasing an NFT. Another perk that you will have, which gives you an option. So if you decide that instead of using it as a booster, you want to hold on to this NFT, we're going to have a unique revenue sharing function for the NFT holders. This is something that we've seen has been popular lately, using NFTs to raise capital and invest in other projects or revenue streams, and then using that revenue stream to share with the NFT holders. So we're going to be doing something similar. If we hit our goal of 100,000 BUSD, we'll take half of it, 50,000 BUSD, and we're going to be investing in some other protocols to get some external revenue. Some of the ones that we've looked at, but we're not limiting ourselves to, is EMP money. That's another DeFi platform that's been around for some time that a lot of people are familiar with and has a level of security there. Another fairly new platform that is really nice is called Taylor Capital, and they do some trading with metals and different things using leveraging crypto to be able to trade those type of markets. So those are some things that we've looked into. We're looking into some other options as well to provide some revenue. So what we'll do is we'll invest in those, and the yields that we get from those platforms, we'll be sharing that back to the NFT holders. So that's really unique as well. And because this collection is limited, as people are deciding whether they want to use it as a stake booster or hold it, the people who are boosting it, are using the boosters, they're burning their NFT. So as more people are doing that, the people who decide to hold, the pool of people that you have to share with will get a little bit larger because you're sharing with less people. So that's another option for you. Again, if you want to buy multiple, you can maybe use one as a booster, maybe use one to hold for a little bit more revenue long term. And then another perk, which I think is really big. I know a lot of people are accustomed to by getting in like a public pre-sale, you usually get like some type of discount or something off of the launch price. What we wanted to do is use these NFTs to be able to apply that discount. So for every NFT that you purchase, you're going to get a 5% bonus on the amount of tokens that you purchase in the public pre-sale. So if you buy 5 NFTs, then you get a 25% bonus on the tokens that you purchase in the public pre-sale. So that is another really cool incentive to maybe grab an NFT or two, just so you can get an extra bonus when you buy the Burns token before it launches. So that's going to give you that floor price of the. It's going to be kind of like a fair launch for everybody. Whoever got into the public pre-sale, it's going to be a set price, but you get that extra bonus on top of those tokens. Right. And then lastly, we wanted to do something kind of cool, something more tangible, something that people can wear and support and, walk out in their hometown. So we're going to be giving away a free Burns t-shirt. So there's going to be a redeemable ticket that we'll organize, and you'll be able to redeem that ticket to get a free Burns t-shirt. So these are some cool things that we are doing with Sidekick, the Jumpstart program that allow us to raise capital to crowdfund for people who believe in our project and what we're looking to achieve. And then by doing so, we're giving them some pretty cool perks before the public pre-sale and then before the project launches.
All right, awesome. But yeah, you guys did a pretty thorough job of explaining everything. I was going to jump into, I guess, the question section, unless you guys have something else you want to add before we do that.
I think did you want to mention anything, Eric?
You pretty much covered it pretty good on there.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, so we can definitely open it up
Yeah,
towards
good job.
Thank you, guys. So yeah, we'd love to open it up. Any questions, if we can maybe clarify anything for people on the call.
Yep. So I do have some typed up already. I just came look. So first question from Adrian wants to know if you guys are doxed or KYC.
Yes. So I did a video here on our website with Scott the Investor. That was an AMA. If you scroll down, this video here, it was a really good AMA. So it just kind of goes over what we talked about now. But you'll see me here. I'm doxed. Let's see if I can show myself. There you go. That's my ugly mug right there. That's me. So yeah, we are doxed. Eric had a YouTube channel as well. He's doxed previously as well. And then for our project, the Bandit project, we did KYC with Assure DeFi.
Nice.
I won't bring it up now, but these are things that we've done previously in the past that we definitely will be looking to do for burn swaps. So we're doxed, we're KYC, we plan on getting audits.
Okay, sounds good. So all right, so Alex has a few questions. I guess rather than just reading the whole statement, I'll ask you question by question. So you kind of touched on some of these, but what networks are available on BurnSwap?
So the starting out, we're gonna be Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain, but the platform is going to be EVM compatible, so we'll be able to get on other chains as we grow. So another one that particularly that me and Eric are eyeing is Arbitrum, but we'll also get the community's input and see what other chains they might want to start off with. But to start, we'll be on BSC and Ethereum.
Yep, and then is the tax given different? I believe it's just your guys' fee, but I believe the taxes should stay the same if I comprehended it right.
Correct. Yeah, the tax will be the same. It won't matter what chain that you're on. The tax is going to be the same. It's going to be that 0.25% fee.
Like the only thing that changes is just the gas fee on the certain network.
Yep. All right, let's see what's next. And he wants to know with the 1,096% APR, he wants to know if you think that it will make the chart fall.
No, I don't think so. I think it because the way that we're being able to provide that is that people have to burn their tokens just to be able to get that APR. So essentially, people have to buy the burners token and then they have to stake it, which burns it, takes it off of supply to be able to get that on the back end. So I think that's going to have some positive price appreciation because people are burning their tokens, and then we're limiting it. So not a lot of people is going to be able to get that high percentage forever, because once that 1% of the amount of stake circulating supply is filled, then the APR starts to go down.
Yeah, so every stake that is being staked, those tokens are being burnt. So that's actually reducing the supply while those stakes are active. So if somebody does for 30 days, those tokens are gone for the next 30 days.
Gotcha. All right. Let's see what else he's got. Make sure. Let's see. And about the burns available on BurnSwap, what percent to burn if not the BurnSwap token itself? I'm not sure exactly what Alex is asking there.
Yeah, I didn't understand that one all the way myself.
Try again. Read it again. Let's see.
All right, here we go. And about the burns available on BurnSwap, what percent to the burn if not the BurnSwap token itself? Is he asking what percent that BurnSwap's going to be burnt at, Alex? If you want to clarify that,
maybe.
So maybe he's referring to. So there is a 0.5% burn fee for whatever is being swapped. So for instance, if you're swapping the burns token, there's already going to be a tax, a 0.25% tax, and then there's going to be a percentage of that fee that I mentioned is going to be 1/3 of that 0.5% fee that is also going to be used to burn the burns token, and that's on every swap. So it doesn't matter what token that's being swapped on our DEX. 1/3 of whatever's being swapped is going to automatically be going towards buying and burning the burns token.
all right. I think that is all for the type questions. Let me make sure. Let's see. Does anyone want to come up on voice and ask a question? Let's see. Actually, we do have a hand raised. Let me give him permission. All right. This is Latoya. You're free to ask your question. Unless they hit it by accident. All right. Must have been an accident. But any other questions that we have? And again, if you don't want to come up, it's completely fine if you go ahead and type it in chat.
Yeah, we'd love to answer any questions, clarify what we went over. I know it's a lot. It's a big project that we have, and we've been very active in the chat ourselves, answering a lot of questions. So definitely feel
Yeah,
free to ask any questions if you guys have.
Yeah, you guys have a lot. It's a lot going on. It's a lot to take in. I've read it multiple times. But yeah, now after reading it and listening to you guys, yeah, I fully comprehend what you guys have going on. There we go.
Hi, Sean.
Hey,
Good
how are you?
effort so far. So my question is, how much is the maximum supply and how much of supply are you burning?
So the maximum supply is 1 trillion tokens. We're going to be starting off with the initial supply of 300 billion. Half of that 300 billion is going to be in the stake and rewards pool. So for people to be able to stake, we're going to our goal is to burn half of that 300 billion. So 150 billion we're looking to burn through our staking protocol. And then once that is depleted, we'll have a mint function. It'll mint rewards to pay the stakers. So you still have to stake before the project will mint tokens. And then it'll mint up to 1 trillion tokens, so a max supply of 1 trillion. So after that, the token will be, fairly scarce if it gets close to that 1 trillion supply.
Oh, all right. That's good. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you for your question.
Thank you.
Yep, I know. I know we should have talked about this before we even started. But were you guys still going to be giving away one NFT to one of my listeners?
For sure, yeah, we could do that. So, of course, it just started. I don't know how you want to pick a winner.
Yeah, I was thinking we've already had some questions, so I guess maybe we can, instead of it just being completely random, maybe we can decide on the best question asked, and yeah, maybe let them win it.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. And then we'll have to see. I think we can mint a token, and then we can transfer the ownership to whoever we did pick as a winner. Another cool thing about the NFTs as well, they'll be available on OpenSea. So if you decide that you maybe want to resell it, if these things sell out and people have a demand for it, you could potentially sell it for a higher price on OpenSea as well. So that's another unique feature of the NFT functions.
All right, we have another hand up as well. Let's see what they got for us. All right, you're free to talk. Oh, your mic's off if you're trying to talk.
Make sure to unmute yourself.
Yep.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, how are you?
How's it going?
Yeah, I think my question has been answered already, so thank you. My question was, will it be listed on OpenSea? But yeah, you just say it now.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, OpenSea. So this is OpenSea just made it where BSC recently, OpenSea was Ethereum based for a long time, but now they're BSC compatible. So yeah, they'll be on OpenSea, and then the NFT will actually have a cross-chain function because you'll be able to stake for ETH burns or BSC burns. So we'll be able to use it cross-chain within our ecosystem.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Thank you.
All right. Yep. Thanks for the question. And then let's see. We have
Okay,
two
I
more
have
questions.
another
Yep.
question
Yep.
here.
There we go.
Like,
Yep.
how much we reflect on the price? Will this give projects more holders or give room for people to cheat more?
Um, I don't know if I understand. Are you asking like if this is a project where like people with maybe smaller investments that they'll be able to get into? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah. And again, like I want to know, like, what platform are you launching on?
So in regards to the NFT, are you talking about the tokens, or are you talking about the NFTs? Or are you talking about the actual project in itself when it goes live?
I'm
When
talking
you say
about the actual project itself.
Yeah, so we're going to have our own DApp, which is currently in development. We're finalizing that now. So there's going to be a swap, a bridge feature on our DApp. You'll be able to go there, swap your tokens, bridge your tokens, or stake in our staking protocol. So that's going to be all in our all-in-one dashboard or DApp.
And it's going to be on Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Um, okay. Alright.
Yeah,
Let's
good
go next.
questions.
Thank you.
All right. So we also have next Mad Levi, I believe it is. You're able to talk.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Thanks for love the AMA. I guess my they had I saw a question earlier of people who buying multiple NFTs, and I know they said there's a 5% bonus on the NFT. Do those bonuses stack up? And I wasn't sure if I heard that answer. Sorry.
Yes, they do. So, for instance, if you were to buy 5 NFTs, you would get a 25% bonus, 5% each on the public presale tokens that you get, as well as the T-shirt as well. You can redeem each NFT will come with its own redeemable ticket. You can redeem for a T-shirt, and then it also gives you flexibility where you can use it towards a stake. If you have multiple stakes, so for each NFT, you can apply at one time towards a stake, or you can hold multiple NFTs and get more revenue. You have a higher share of the revenue pool. So yeah, by getting multiple NFTs, the benefits do stack up.
All right, so let me make sure I got this correct because it's I'm foaming at the mouth for a little bit. So let's say I get 10 NFTs, right? So then each one comes with a redeemable ticket. So basically, then those redeemable tickets I could stake, or actually I can also sell on the open market at which will also give benefits if at the time.
Yeah, so the redeemable ticket in particular is going to actually go towards the T-shirt. So if you bought 10 and you wanted 10 T-shirts, we'll give you 10 T-shirts with those tickets. But essentially, yes, to the other part of your question, if you wanted to, let's say, for instance, you had 10 stakes, you can apply an NFT to each stake to get an extra boost on those stakes.
Now, also, like when you do stake, you're also burning that NFT, so you are losing. So, like, let's say you use one on the stake, then now you have 9 NFTs left.
Got it. And then are these NFTs batched, or is it just a one time sell?
You might have to clarify for me what you like a little bit more detail what you're asking there, so I understand a little bit better.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, like once all the NFTs are sold out, there won't be any new ones. Or are they batch where I've seen where some people where they when they release a new version of those NFTs, like the price doubles every time.
Gotcha. Yeah. So this particular collection is just it's maxed out at 1,000. So once those 1,000 NFTs are gone, then this collection will be finished. We won't be mint any more NFTs for this particular purpose. But when we came across this Jumpstart program, myself and Eric, it gave us a lot of ideas that we could do using this crowdfunding method. So we do have ideas to come out with other NFTs that we can come up with different real world revenue streams, things like maybe investing in property, real estate, or like restaurants, and we can crowdfund those NFTs and use it to share revenue. So to kind of answer your question, this particular for this purpose, specifically for the public pre-sale and the staking, is going to be just 1,000 NFTs for this. But it opens up the opportunity for our ecosystem to come up with different revenue streams and be able to crowdfund using NFT to leverage those. So we're excited about that too.
Awesome. Hey, thanks for your time. Loved it. Love it. Love it all.
Awesome. Really good questions.
All right, so we got another one from King. You're able to speak. Go ahead with your question.
Can you hear me?
Hey, King, we can hear you.
Okay. Can I make question?
Yes, please do.
Okay. Can bronze token be exchanged for other tokens, say for example to BTC? And will the swap fee be expensive? And about the referral system that you mentioned, does the person I refer have to buy or have I bronze token and can I cost the price I receive? For example, Ethereum and is tutorial to do the swap. Many people are overwhelmed with exchange because platform make it as complicated as possible.
Yeah, so I guess you had a few questions in there. So the first one that you asked if we could take the burn swap token and be able to swap it for other assets, and the question to that is yes. So whatever any asset that's available, that's going to be available, starting off with on Uniswap or Ethereum, because we'll be providing our liquidity on these exchanges. You'll be able to exchange any token or coin. So BUSD or USDC, if you wanted to take the Burns token and exchange it for that, you'll be able to do so. In regards to the referral program, it's only for staking, so it doesn't apply towards people buying or selling their tokens. But if somebody were to use your referral link when they are going to stake their tokens, then you'll get a commission. You'll get a 3%, and you'll get 3% on their stake that they use. So if they stake 100 tokens, you get 3% of that. So I hope that clarifies it for you.
Okay. One more question.
Sure.
Okay. Uh, what's the benefit of just holding the NFT, and how do the developer get paid?
So okay, so he's asking what's the benefit of holding the NFT, and then how does the developing team get paid? So as far as the NFTs are concerned, we mentioned that one of the perks for holding is we're going to be having an external revenue sharing system. So again, if these sell out, we hit our goal of if we sell 1,000 NFTs, that means we will have raised 100,000 BUSD. We're going to take 50,000 of the BUSD and we're going to use it to invest in other DeFi projects. And then we'll take the yields from those DeFi projects and we're going to share it with the people who are holding the NFT. So that's a benefit for holding something over time, that you can get some passive income just by holding the NFT. Another benefit of possibly holding the NFT as people are maybe the floor price, if people are showing some interest for the NFT, and they're none available here on Sidekick, then you have to be able to buy them on the secondary market like OpenSea. So there's some potential there where you might be able to resell your NFT at a higher price than what you initially bought it for. So those are a couple benefits of holding the NFT if you decide to do so. In regards to the dev fee, or how the developers are getting paid, we're actually going to be doing it through the staking protocol, through the claim fees. So I mentioned there's a 5% deposit and a 5% claim. So what we're doing on the actual claim is we're going to be taking the 5% and we're going to be selling it for stable coins, and that way we'll be able to take profit as developers and continue to develop. We did also mention that part of the tokenomics is going to be going towards development, so that will allow us to continue to come out with new innovative things to add onto the ecosystem for us to continue to develop. So we'll be able to utilize the staking protocol and our tokenomics to continue development.
Okay, thank you, sir. Good luck to project.
Thank you. Appreciate it, King. Thanks for your support.
All right, so let's see. No more hands up, I don't think. But Adrian wants to know what were the previous projects that you guys were, or that you guys had. And he says for him it's more important about the long-term success than the actual pump. So if you guys want to talk about your previous project, I guess.
Yeah. So the project that we came out with previously was called the Bandit Project. Let's see if I can show you guys a little bit. It's a really cool project, man. We had a lot of fun. It's an ROI project. We actually leverage NFTs. We used their, I guess you could say, nodes as NFTs. If you're familiar with nodes, it's a project. Basically, you would take our Bandit token and you deposit the Bandit token into the NFT, and then the NFT generates a passive income between 1% and 2% daily. So this is a project that we put a lot of time and thought, some cool artwork into. Kind of has like a GTA vibe. So a lot of people like that as well. I'll kind of show you what the dApp looks like. The Bandit Project.app. This is what our dApp looks like. It's currently running. The price of the token right now is 33 cents. Let me see if I can connect here. So you have like a crew tab here. The crew tab is where you go to mint NFTs, and this is where your NFTs show up. These are all the NFTs that I minted, and you can see based on the NFTs, the daily percentage, how many rewards that you're earning there. We did have a team function, like a referral program where you can build a team. You had a boss address. So we had a referral program. We have our black market, which is basically our DEX, where you can swap BNB or BUSD for our Bandit token. So this is our mini DEX here. So this is kind of like a small example of what we could do with BurnSwap. BurnSwap, of course, is going to be a lot more extensive because you'll be able to swap any token. But for this one, we just we're leveraging Pancake Swap on this, where you can swap BNB or BUSD. We had a dice roll game that's live. We use Chainlink's VRF protocol to be able to use randomization to come up with a dice roll game. So this is really cool as well. You can, if you like to gamble, you can take Bandit, BNB, or BUSD and potentially double your money with the through the dice roll game. Also had even a jackpot that you can maybe earn if you hit on the jackpot. We have the Stash House as well. Stash House is like a ROI dApp for BUSD. So you can earn 1.5% daily on your BUSD. And then we even started developing a game that we're still in development, a battle royale game that you can play as well. So if you enter DeFi City, it'll bring up the battle royale game. that we have as well. So we've done quite a bit. Because I would say towards the end of last year, it was a lot of ROI projects. There was a lot of ROI fatigue. The markets were kind of down. So um, we didn't get as much user base as we would have liked in the Bandit project. But the cool thing about it is that it hasn't been beat. Right. So there's still a lot of potential for it. We've seen a lot of positive price action since we started promoting Burn Swap. So, Burn Swap is something obviously that has more utility than the Bandit project, but we can also use that attention to be able to support the Bandit project going forward. So we're really excited because Burn Swap is something that we can use to leverage our previous projects and then help other communities, help other projects create more awareness for their project as well. So I hope that kind of shows you a little bit. We've done quite a bit as a development team. We put the Bandit project in itself is a pretty nice ecosystem. You got NFTs, you got swapping, you got dice roll, you got gambling, you got stablecoin, ROI projects. So we had like three projects in one with the Bandit project. Am I still with you guys?
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. We
Okay.
That's it for his question. Dan has a question for us. All right, Dan, you're good to go.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, I have a question about Ben's token. Let's say I've staked my Ben's token for 100 days. Can I be able to withdraw my rewards before the end of the lock period, or I have to wait for those 100 days to withdraw both the deposit and the rewards altogether?
Yeah, that's actually a good question. We didn't get a chance to go over that, so I'll mention that as well. So there is an emergency in-stake feature. I can't remember what example you said, but let's say 100 days. All right, so you stake for 100 days. If you were to end your stake, if something came up, emergency came up, and you needed to end your stake before that 100 days, before the halfway point. So the halfway point is 50 days of that 100-day stake. If you were to end it before that 50 days, then you incur a penalty. So you actually lose a little bit of capital there. But for whatever emergency, you were able to get some of that back. Now, once you hit the 50-day mark or the halfway point, if you were to emergency in stake exactly at the halfway point, you will get your investment back in the Burns tokens. So if you staked 100 Burns tokens at that 50-day mark, if you needed to end it, then you get the 100 Burns tokens back. If you do before so, then you run the risk of receiving less Burns tokens. Now, after the halfway point, then you're going to start to accrue interest on your stake. So depending on, after that halfway point from that 50 days to that 100 days, that's when your stake actually starts accruing interest. So if you were to end early there, then you would get the amount of interest that you accrued after that halfway point.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much.
That was a good question.
Yep, very good question. I think that is it. Let me hop over to the chat. No one else has their hands up. Let's see what we have. Let's see. I think Alex has another question. Are there burns that are stake locked for fixed periods? Can they be unlocked? I think you kind of answered that. Can they be unlocked before this period? Is there a penalty for doing so?
Yep. So that was, we just touched on that one. So I guess a couple people had that question. That's perfect.
But let's see, not seeing anything else. Make sure my hands are up. But yeah, I think that'll about do it. Well, great AMA guys. You guys thoroughly explained what was going on. So
yeah, we got some good questions in there too. So that was awesome.
Yep. Yeah, well, I'll get with the guys, figure out, we'll kind of put up a little vote, give our opinion on who the best question was. We'll shoot you a DM, let you know if you won. Then we'll see about getting you guys that NFT. But yeah, guys, it's a great platform and ecosystem you guys are building. I'm gonna come over a little bit later. I'm actually got some real life business stuff to take care of today. I'll come over later, pick me up an NFT. And yeah, I wish you guys the best of luck. Obviously, we'll stay in touch.
Thank you, Sean. Yeah, we appreciate you allowing us to come on over Krypton calls and doing this AMA. Community is awesome. Got some good feedback from you guys, some good questions. So thanks for allowing us to leverage your platform to share BurnSwap.
Yep, not a problem. And I'll talk to you guys later. And like I said, good luck.
All right. Appreciate you.
All right.
Take care, guys.
All right. All is well.
Bye-bye.